Scarpino is fucking crazy. Hit the song. Hit the song. Nick Scarpino's fucking crazy. Nick Scarpino's fucking crazy. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 1 of Nick Scarpino's fucking crazy. So we're in the movie theater and it's sold out. It's jam packed. The seats we had were, we're in Dolby Theater here in SF, but basically what you need to know is like there's the floor section, then there's that wall up, and then the rows become. We're the one right off the floor. The next thing in front of us is the floor section. We're at there. We're all sitting there, and everything's fine. We're enjoying this fine MCU movie. And what I see, a great time. To my right, and to my right is Jen, then Nick, then Andy. What I see to my right is
Jen, Andy, then Nick.
Oh, my apologies. Yeah. Once it's my wife, I don't care what's on the other side. You know what I mean?
Me neither.
I see Nick stand up, but do his little hunch up, and I'm like, oh, he's finally got to go to the bathroom. He's leaving. But it was one of those things where there was like a more frantic motion to what was happening, and he came towards Andy and me, and Jen and me, and then stopped, and then went forward. Where all there is a wall and then about 5-foot drop. And what I see is Nick's little hunched over body go to the wall, throw a leg over, and then disappear. And then what sounds like 15 minutes of silence and and it was this, I was like, what did that just happen? To which I then see Nick, still in the hunched over form, stand up as high as he can, hunched over, and then scatter away. It looks like
Solid Snake sneak into a level. Yeah. Like
he ran so much faster than I expected him to run. After hearing that thud, and then like half second of silence, and then. And he did like a Naruto style run.
I was so in front of you guys. Yeah. So we were like in the third row. So we just hear this fucking noise. I have never heard a noise like that in a theater. It was so weird where everyone stopped and like looked back like, what the fuck just happened? Like something sounds seriously wrong. And like me and you were just like looking around. And then I just see Nick Naruto run around. And I see he's the one walking out. And I'm like, it was Nick.
Yeah.
Like, whatever just happened was Nick Scarpino.
So here's what went through my mind. I stood up, and I never sit in the middle of the theater because I was at the piece. I'm usually like toward the end, so I don't have to get that many people out. But I looked over, I was like, it's too far. I looked over, I was like, it's too far. And then I thought, it'll be so funny if I go over this because only Andy will see. And like, no one will know that I did it, right? Because I'll just sneak over it real quick. And like, I was going to look back at Andy and like wink at him as I went over. But what happened is I went and I started to go and it was that thing where you jump over one side of the fence and it's hella like small, but the other side's a really big drop that you didn't realize. And I started to fall and I started to realize this was a terrible idea. I was falling for what must have been a solid 5 seconds.
It was
and I hit
such a long delay.
I hit the ground and I was like, cool.
How did you land?
Nobody know. I just, you know.
Like, did you land flat or like?
I just landed on it wasn't that far, but I landed on my legs and just went down. And then I had a moment where I was like, Nick, that was farther than you thought it was going to be. And you're older than you think you are. And you may have just hurt yourself. So I'm like, I was like, please tell me to hurt myself. And as I stood up, I'm like, no, I'm fine. And I looked up and I locked eyes with the dude that was sitting next to me. He was like, and I was like, sorry. And I was like, I'm sorry. And then I got embarrassed and I ran.
Oh my God, dude.
This is what went through my mind.
The movie getting stopped.
I landed. I was like, that was fine. And then I saw people looking at me. I was like, oh, that was not fine. And then the first fucking person I thought was, I was like, if I hurt myself, Greg fucking Miller will never let me hear the end of this. And then Kevin will jump on that bandwagon and I'll have to quit. I'll have to quit forever.